is no secret on this channel that we like talking about those alpha male gurus that try and sell you on literally anything. But today's alpha, he's a little bit different. This is Andy Elliot. He's not your average alpha. No, by any means. He is a car salesman, and not just any car salesman. He is an elite sales warrior. He might as well be the Jordan Belfort of car sales. This guy touts himself as one of the greatest salesmen on the planet.
Will you pay the price like Sean said up here on this stage? You say you will. You say it's easy to say that you're a soldier when there's not a war going on. It's easy to say you're a fucking lion until you get dropped in a cage with another motherfucking lion.
This guy caught my attention a couple months ago on TikTok when I saw a clip of him saying this.
My entire company, my entire team, if you don't have a six-pack, you don't work for us. No, I know. It's called, everybody say standard. How about we raise them? How about we raise them? How about we raise them? How about you guys quit getting fucking civilized and you guys quit settling? You know, there's some people in this room that said, I would sue my company if they told me I had to have a six-pack. We know you would. That conversation was for the 1%ers. That wasn't for you.
Which this is very interesting, specifically for the fact that this guy is very clearly on steroids, which we'll touch on that later. Andy Elliot has been absolutely taking over the alpha male scene, because after Andrew Tate left, there's kind of been like a little bit of a hole. No one's ever really been able to fill it since he left, but Andy Elliott's getting very fucking close. This guy's blowing up on TikTok. He's on Instagram Reels. If you look up his name once on YouTube, your shorts feed is going to be filled with him. For context for the rest of the video, Elliot, like I said, is a car sales. He sells cars. Keep this in mind through all of the clips that we watch. He claims that he has made over $716,000 in a single year selling cars in Oklahoma. I'm gonna call bullshit right now. Oklahoma? Really? Selling cars? What fucking city do you gotta live in Oklahoma to sell that many cars within a year? I don't fucking buy it for a second. His website has this check on it as his proof that he did it, but I honestly really don't feel like it's real, simply because it was in Oklahoma. Like, I would have bought that if it was in LA, right? Easy sell. LA, New York, Washington, literally anywhere else but Oklahoma. Like, do people even fucking live there? Andy Elliot runs something called the Elliot Group. This is his main form of income at the moment, and he uses the clips that we're about to watch and the ones that I've already shown you as kind of his sales funnel into the Elliot Group itself. Most of these clips are from seminars that he has done through the Elliot Group. We will get into how much that shit costs, because oh my god, the balls that this guy has to put the price tag that he has onto his courses is insane.
Consistency. Oh, fucking imagine that. Doing it every day? What? You're saying I can't do it anymore for 2 weeks and then quit? Most of you in here, you're quitters. You know why you're never gonna fucking make it? Is because you quit. You fucking quit. I don't even need to beat you. You fucking beat you. You beat yourself. Nobody's ruining your life. Nobody's self-sabotaging you. Nobody's fucking you up. The market is dying to pay you. You're fucking weak.
I forgot to mention that Andy Elliott's favorite thing to do on stage is to undress the people that paid him to be there and then make fun of them for being fat. You'll see him do this a lot, actually, if you just scroll through his shorts. But my favorite part about clips like this is, like, I have to keep it in context. He is selling people on the idea of selling cars. He is not a military instructor. He is selling cars. He is teaching people how to sell cars. And I know it's because, like, he just wants to really rally people up and get that macho persona out there, but it's like, why do you gotta take this guy's shirt off, dude? He talks to these people as if they are Navy SEALs, saying like, if you guys give up after 2 weeks, you're just quitters. It's over for you guys. You already quit. It's like, dude, you sell cars. What the fuck? What is happening here? What makes you think that this is the way to teach people how to sell cars. One of my favorite things that Andy Elliot does is he calls people over the phone, random people who did not pay for his course. Random people who work at random car lots.
I was calling to get some information on a car I saw on the internet. You guys think he'll get my name?
Can I get you in the system real quick?
Can he get me in the system real quick? I'm over at another store right now, and before I made a decision, I wanted to see if you still have this one.
Give me just 2 seconds here.
Oh, motherfucker starts moving quick now. Okay, he didn't get my name. Now he's asking for information to put me in the system. I don't want to get in the system. I want to get information.
It is available.
How many miles are on it?
30,334.
Yeah, I was really wanting to stay at 20,000 miles. I must have read that wrong. I really appreciate it, man. I'm going to look at this one over here.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Michael, how long have you been selling for?
A few years.
Do you think it was important that we should ask for the customer's name at the beginning of the call or at the end of the call?
I probably should have done it at the front.
Number two, if I like the price on this car, I like the color on the car, but the miles are too high. Do you think that we should go into selling the vehicle, how nice it is?
Yes.
Listen to me, next time someone calls you, do me a favor, give them all you got. Give them reasons and excuses they should come down and buy.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
Imagine you're just sitting there at your job and then this fucking bozo calls you up and starts shitting on you like, hey, listen, dude, you didn't get my name. You're bad at sales. Maybe next time you should give it 110%. You didn't sell me on anything. You said you weren't interested in it. He's gonna say, hey, that's okay, go ahead. Especially because you already said that you're at a different car lot. When you're already like 80% into another decision.
Needing validation, fuck you. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna win. If you don't like me, eat shit. I don't care. In the end, we'll fucking see what happens. Bet against me. I love it. The more people that bet against me, the more dangerous you make me. When you speak, I can tell you don't believe in yourself. When you speak, I can tell that you need fucking validation from other people that you're qualified for a good life.
When you bet against me, you make me more dangerous. You're a car salesman. What is making you dangerous? For some reason, and I don't know if this works or not for a lot of people, but he really does seem like he doesn't understand that he is selling cars, or that the people there are selling cars. You're not training these guys to be the fucking spec ops, okay? These are car salesmen. And I know I'm harping on that point, but just, it doesn't seem to register with the crowd that they're getting fed a bunch of absolute bullshit. What does this have to do with car sales? What about this is teaching you how to be a good salesperson? Because when you look at the numbers that this guy is trying to sell you on, this advice makes no goddamn sense. We'll get into the numbers here soon.
If I saw a guy get fat and get rich, I'm not looking up to him. I'm not being disrespectful. I don't have anything against fat people. That's not success to me. People are judging you before you open your mouth. Write this down. I'm a walking billboard. What do I look like?
And this has to be one of my favorite type of clips from Andy Elliot. You'll see there are 3 different types of clips distinctly that he has, or more like 4, where it's either A, he's shitting on fat people, B, he is giving you the most alpha of advice, just saying, like, if you bet against him, he'll fucking kill you and your family. He's actually giving sales advice to people. Or number 4, he's calling up people. But he really likes to shit on fat people. He's constantly saying that he does not respect people who do not take care of themselves or work hard for their bodies, which is kind of ironic because he's very clearly on steroids. He won't ever admit to that, but he is very much on steroids of some sort. And I can prove it to you very easily too. Number 1, this dude has red skin. Red skin is a sign of steroid usage because of the overuse of your blood vessels. He's bald. Now that could also be just an age thing, but it is also a symptom of steroids. The biggest one to me is his enlarged traps. The dude has giant traps on him, and it makes no sense otherwise except for he's taking steroids. He's not like a heaping mass. He's not really bulky. He is muscular, and the very clear sign to me outside of the traps is his very tiny leg. Because you see, I have a little bit of a theory. I don't think that Andy Elliot works out at all. Fun fact about steroids, you could do steroids while sitting down and still gain muscle. You don't have to do anything on steroids to gain muscle. So the fact that he's over here saying that, oh, if you don't have a 6-pack, you're getting fired, is fucking ironic because he doesn't even have a 6-pack naturally, like at all. He's taking drugs to keep his physique, and he's not even going to the gym to keep his physique. If he was, his legs probably wouldn't be this disproportionate to the rest of his body. His upper body is specifically being held up by his traps only, which is why he has that really weird looking physique. Because he's either one, straight up not lifting at all, or two, he's lifting so lightly that it actually doesn't even matter. The legs, by the way, they're not a steroid thing, it is just a straight up working out thing. Your legs should be proportionate to the rest of your body, if not bigger. Your legs are a pretty big muscle, and when taking steroids, they become fucking massive. Now, this could just be genetics, but I really doubt it, because genetics stop being a factor when you take steroids. For the most part, I believe. I'm not an expert in the field, so don't quote me on that. If you go to this guy's website, you will stumble across his sales courses, because there is a lot of sales courses this guy has. He does not just have the one, he has about 20 different distinct ones with all with different reasons for why you should buy them. All of them with very outlandish prices, and some of them with absolutely bizarre reasons for existing. He has 2 different courses about what to do when a country fails. Like, oh really, Andy Elliot, the elite car sales warrior, is going to tell me how to survive the impending doom of my society. Where'd you learn this, Mr. Andy Elliot? Were you there at the fall of Rome? If you buy this course, the dude is going to descend from the heavens and just inject your brain with enough car sales knowledge to make you 100K a year in heaven. So long as you have a 6-pack, that is. To be fair to him, most of these courses are one-time purchases. Does that make them okay? Absolutely not, obviously, because they're filled with bullshit. He does have 3 that are monthly subscriptions, and the prices on these fucking things are obscene. The lowest price for his elite membership is $450 a month. Let that sink in. For context, before I start showing you the numbers, we're about to get into some nerd shit here. Salesmen tend not to make a lot of money when they first start out because they work on something called a 1099 contract, which is different from your normal average W-2. A W-2 is usually given out to people who work 9 to 5 jobs, basically 8-hour shifts, and they get paid hourly. A 1099 is very different because most of these people work as independent contractors, meaning that they don't actually get paid unless they make a sale. Their paycheck is directly determined by the amount of sales they make, what type of sales they make, how much money that sale was, etc, etc. On top of that, with a 1099, the company does not pay out your taxes, you pay out your taxes, you get the full check, but you have to do all the calculations afterwards. Most of these people do not get any type of insurances, they don't get really fucking anything. When you're starting out as a salesman, unless you are a psychopath, it is insanely hard. And that's because most companies that have salesmen like this fucking suck. Like, most of them are MLMs. I'll make a video on this later down the line because I have been a sales guy before. I've done 2 jobs where I was doing sales. Both of them fucking suck. They're not fun jobs, dude. I made no money by any account, and I was lied to multiple times by the people I was working for. I worked inside an MLM and I worked inside an actual sales position, both of them being full-on independent contracts. I made basically no sales a lot of the time, simply because I have morals and I didn't feel like selling a $3,000 vacuum to an elderly Spanish couple that could not speak a lick of English, but it really doesn't matter in some companies, I guess. But that's who he's kind of targeting with these courses, is people who aren't really making anything. Some of these courses run you up $400 fucking dollars. Any money that you make as a salesman can be life-changing at the beginning of sales. So spending money on his courses is a really bad fucking idea. I was looking into a lot of the people who said they bought courses, or some of the companies that did buy courses to use as sales training, and saw some of the accounts from people who said they had the sales training. It's basically just your average knowledge that you would get after working at a sales place for 2 weeks anyways. So what you end up paying for this stuff is not even worth it at the end. Because if you were to get sucked into this guy's bullshit through his sales funnel, which is his shorts, and end up here on his page for some reason, and you wanted to buy all of his courses so that way you could go on to a full sales journey, you're looking to spend over $4 grand, because these courses run so goddamn much money that it's not even funny. Bars. Except for the Apocalypse Survival Guide. I bet that thing is worth its weight in gold. This guy's an absolute fucking fraud, obviously. And there are some talks behind the scenes that I really am not going to look too much into because I haven't seen much on it, that this guy's whole claim to the $700,000 that he made in 1 year was because of fraudulency and doing a couple things illegal with bank accounts and stuff like that he ended up ratting people out so that way he didn't go to jail for. So I'll leave that up to you guys to find out. People like this who just like tout themselves as the next coming of Christ that is gonna save you from your financial doom piss me off. But they are funny. They are very funny. And if somehow his tight ass shorts and his weird shoes convince you that he's gonna make you into an elite sales warrior, go for it. I can't fucking stop you. If you feel like dropping $4 grand for all of his courses, go for it. If you feel like spending $450 a month so that way you can talk to the guy once a month, go for it. That's fine. It's your money, dude. Do whatever the hell you want with it. If they work for you, cool. If they don't, I fucking told you so. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please go ahead and leave a like. Please go ahead and subscribe. And hey, let me know what you think down below in the comments. I do read the comments. I try and respond to all of them, so I will be down there. Shout out to all my members for being the silliest geese on the planet and some of the most supportive people on the planet. Currently, we're making a $17,000 course where you can learn how to fly. You only get to do this once in a lifetime and you have to pay for it forever. But you can fly, so that's kind of cool. And if you want in on that, you can for only $5 a month. And for those $5, you get everything on this list that is listed. So why don't you go ahead and check that out and support the channel. And hey, if you haven't already, please go watch my last video. I thought it was pretty good, so.